Are you anabolic enough? This is a question I get all the time. For an example, 45-year-old man comes into the office to see me and he says, Doc, my levels of testosterone are mid 300s, maybe mid 400s, not a steroid using guy. And he wants to know if that's enough. He wants to be fit as possible. He's changing over the years. He sees this and he knows this. He also wants to be leaner, stronger in the gym, but he's not a competitive powerlifter or bodybuilder, just a regular guy who just wants to keep killing it. And of course, sex. It's so common that men will say, Doc, not like when I was 18 or 20 or 25. And that's a very specific piece of androgenicity, not to mention being anabolic. So today, I'm going to talk to you guys about testosterone and when you should consider supplementing it, and of course, the risks. You guys know my name is Dr. Thomas O'Connor. I'm the Anabolic Doc. I'm a board-certified internal medicine doctor. I've been on staff of University Connecticut School of Medicine all the way back until 2002 when I started my residency training there. I cover on the Anabolic Doc YouTube channel and on my app, anabolicdocapp.com, topics regarding anabolism and harm reduction for men that are on steroids, all the way through a spectrum of men that are on testosterone. There's millions of you guys out there now. Some are quite young, which is concerning. Other men are middle-aged and older and need to understand this because they're missing the information. Their doctors are just not there and don't understand it. So that's why I'm here for you guys. Let's talk about some of the data. Approximately 4 out of 10 men over the age of 45 have low testosterone. This comes right out of Mayo Clinic. Of course, it's essential that you consult with a very good doctor that understands this. Those doctors can be primary care, even nurse practitioners now that are smart and experienced. Endocrinology is always there, urology is always there, but they're so long to see and they may not really understand this venue of anabolism and androgenicity of androgens like someone like me who's dedicated my whole life to it. But I want you guys to have proper information and guidance on this. Now, what is the world telling us? What is your anabolic potential and are you anabolic enough? There's a variety of information and factors that we have to discuss here. Obviously, age is going to be important. Overall health. Generally speaking, someone who's healthy and not even that young, if they're very, very healthy, their anabolic levels overall and testosterone levels are probably quite good and normal and do not need supplementation. However, this is multifactorial anabolism, not to mention the factors and the functions of testosterone, bone growth, secondary development, male sex characteristics, also for women, red blood cell production, and also there are going to be so many intermingled pathways of anabolism with so many other things like growth hormone, IGF, and your aspect of being healthy that I want you guys to really understand. Now, the levels of testosterone for men are those classic levels, 250, 300 on the low side, up to 950, maybe even 1100. This is nanograms per deciliter, and that's total testosterone. Now, when you're understanding this and measuring this, it's so complex because you can't really just look at this number on paper as one number. You have to understand that you have to look at the sex hormone binding globulin and also the relationship to free testosterone. And you have to put all this together clinically. If your doctor just looks at total testosterone, it's not the full picture, guys. So again, but it's a clinical diagnosis more importantly than the number on paper. You're not a number on paper. You need to tell your doctors that and the people that you're working with. For an example, if your testosterone's in the mid 300s, even low 400s, depending on the sexually binding globulin, your testosterone levels in the free state, and your symptoms, you may be a candidate for testosterone supplementation. Of course, in my opinion, that's going to come after you've done everything possible to maximize your natural testosterone levels, such as diet, exercise, looking at other medical issues. They're going to be so important to understand before you just jump on testosterone. For all you natty guys, I want to make sure you guys really understand, because once you start testosterone, it's going to be for life. And it's awesome, but it's a lot of work. Now, testosterone supplementation comes in a variety of forms. First off, we have gels and creams. We have an oral route with a medication called testosterone undecanate. We also have long injections with that. Pellets, there's a nasal route, but the most common form of testosterone supplementation, it's cheap, it's effective, it's widely available, are those small injections of testosterone cypionate, enanthate, maybe Sustanon 250 for all you brothers outside abroad, and it can be IM or sub-Q. We're really learning a lot more about this. What are the most important things that affect your anabolic numbers and your anabolism overall clinically? Let's go into it in detail. Age. Anabolic levels, testosterone levels decline naturally. But what is your optimal level of testosterone? This is not just a number on paper anymore. This is becoming more and more relevant, and more good healthcare providers, including nurse practitioners and physician's assistants, that are picking up this burden, if you will, of primary care, because this is really part of primary care. Understand that you're not a number on paper. You don't need to be dead and have 299 or just under this total number that says L or low on paper to be a candidate. You have to look at the whole picture. Next, sex. Men definitely have much higher levels of endogenous testosterone than women, but women need testosterone too. And you could see that. That's becoming more and more relevant in the world. Diet. Eating a healthy diet, rich in whole foods, protein, proper healthy complex carbohydrates to support levels of anabolism is going to be key. Next, exercise. Obviously, if when you're young, you could almost do anything and you're just going to have great levels of everything because you're young and you have health reserve. But as you get older, it's so important to maximize with proper diet, I just talked about, and rest, proper recovery, stress, relaxation, sleep, focusing on sleep with all these other great guys that are on the internet that give you information about this. Those are the real gurus that I really think are cool, some of the guys that are out there. And lastly, medical conditions that will absolutely lead to low testosterone are classic and common. Overweight, not to mention, even if you're in your 30s or 40s or even younger, obesity. We have an epidemic. Diabetes, prediabetes, obstructive sleep apnea, and high-risk conditions for heart disease, such as hypertension, non-optimal cholesterol levels, and heart disease, it's stroke, and all these other things that you've had that people have. They're all going to build up and lead to someone who has non-optimal anabolism or testosterone levels. Now, if you're concerned about this, I want you guys to work with your healthcare practitioners. Doctors are going to be the best, but if you don't have doctors, you're going to have to go to APRNs and PAs because they're awesome. And if they can prescribe medications, not just testosterone, but the important medications that you're going to need, the ancillary medications, not just anti-estrogens and SERMs and HCG, which are very important, but really to understand how to monitor your health on androgens with my ABCDs, right? Hemoglobin A1C, blood pressure, cholesterol, cardiac disease, and D is that deposition disease and that potential for androgen-induced erythrocytosis when not only the red blood cells go up, but your iron levels can go up. And this is very, very complex, something that I do every day for my patients. Hope you guys really like this. If you like the information I'm putting out, jump on the Anabolic Doc app for more information like this and access to me on the man-to-man meetings. Thank you so much, guys.